Thank you so much for staying with us. Well, that's the next item, and that song. Anyway, we'll talk about that one later. Junior Achievement Nigeria. Well, they're here again. Well, it's actually a member of Junior Achievement Worldwide, delivering practical, experiential, hands-on programs in its 4 core pillars of financial literacy, work readiness, and entrepreneurship and digital literacy to young people between ages 5 and 27. How come I didn't know about this when I was 5? But anyway, you're going to tell me whether it's too late. Oh, I know why. Because it started in 1999 and I was way beyond 5 at the time. And ever since has reached over 1 million students in all 36 states of the country, including the FCT. One of the programs it implements is the Lead Camp for Girls, which we are here to talk about today. We have with us Jennifer Ubo, who is Lead External Communications at Union Bank. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
But you're not the news. The news is right here on my right. Chiamaka Moses is a 2023 Lead Camp participant. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
And we also have the Program Officer, Junior Achievement Nigeria, Kilali David West. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Some will be hearing this for the first time. Right?
Yes.
Good. So, Primary 1. Tell us about JAN Nigeria Lead Camp.
Okay, so Lead Camp is one of our major programs that we have at Junior Achievement Nigeria. It is a program based on women empowerment. Okay. And this is a program where girls, its aim is to make young girls become high-achieving female leaders. And this used to be a fully residential camp. It used to be 5 days where girls from all over the country would stay in Lagos and attend these workshops. But then, because of COVID-19, it became a fully virtual program. Throughout this camp, the girls get to do practical workshops, like leadership workshops, but they also get to hear from panel discussions from leading women in the public and private sector. And they also get to understand about key areas of their development, such as health, financial literacy, and career plans. And since then, we've had amazing hosts and amazing guests, and we always look forward to always implementing this program to better young girls across the country.
Chiamaka, how would you describe your experience at the Lead Camp?
It was exciting. I learned a lot. They invited phenomenal women whose works resonate with success to speak to us. So yeah, it was very interesting. It was wonderful.
Describe interesting. Interesting is like saying, I watched a movie, and the movie was exciting.
It was insightful, it was inspirational, it was just wonderful.
Was it anything near what you expected?
It was even more than I expected. I learned even more than what I expected to have achieved.
For instance, you don't know how to manage money.
Yes, financial literacy.
Okay, in what way? What are the things that came to you anew? Emotional
intelligence. That was one topic, and that's something I do not have as a person, right? So I was learning it all anew, and it was something I hope to implement in my life.
So before, you're not the same person, but now. Okay. Well, let me ask you, Ms. Uwo, you work with an organization that is supporting JAN Lead Camp. Why? For how long has this relationship been on?
Thank you. So for us at Union Bank, SDG 5, which is gender equality, is one of the key pillars that we are particularly passionate about and that we actively contribute towards. We have partnered with Lead Camp for 9 consecutive years now, and I must say that we are pleased with the impact of the beneficiaries over the years. I mean, Chiamaka is proof, she's one of the beneficiaries. We've had interesting events over the 9 consecutive years, and in that time we can see the clear track record, we can see the clear impact on the beneficiaries, and that's why we continue to support and partner with JAN on Lead Camp.
What's the experience been for the organization?
So, like I said, SDG 5 is one of our core pillars. So through Lead Camp, we're able to empower rich young girls aged 5 to 15 across the nation. So it expands our scope of influence across the nation.
Well, the reason I asked that, I mean, you said you've done it for 9 years.
For 9 consecutive years, yes.
It's only natural to ask what the impact has been. How has that played on your brand over the years?
Genuinely, it just helps us reinforce our commitments to enabling success for women. So that's our own contribution to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals.
Okay. So this year's lead camp, Kilali, marked how many years?
22. 22 years. So to put it in perspective, my brother is 21 currently, so it's like as old as him. So yes, 22 years it's been going on.
Almost as old as our First Republic.
Yeah, kind of. Jan has been in existence since 1999.
So, but why that target of 5 to 27 years now? Was that how it started?
Well, like I mentioned, it started as a residential program, specifically targeted to SS2 students in secondary schools. Originally, it was also to the students taking our flagship GA company program. So the female executives of the student companies would do this program. And it was specifically targeted for SS2 girls because you're about to go into your last year of secondary school. You have to start asking yourself certain questions about what you want to be when in your career, your courses of study. So this program was specifically designed to make sure that these girls have already started doing leadership positions, maybe in the J company program, or maybe as prefects, or maybe they haven't had any leadership experience at all. They have the courage and the confidence and the skills to implement that throughout their educational careers and also throughout their work careers in the future.
Well, it would seem like that has been expanded now.
Yes, it has been expanded. We have expanded it to more states. We have also expanded it to a wider age range for even students in junior secondary to even people. We've had online participants that even are people who are in university as well, because this message about women empowerment touches all ages. So it started out as like a target demographic, and now we look forward to expanding it to more people as well.
But how do you disaggregate? I'm assuming that, because the 28-year-old, the 27-year-old or 26-year-old has a different set of needs from the 15-year-old or the 13-year-old. So is there a specific content for each of them, or is it just the same?
For now, with this implementation, it's just generally the same. Most of our participants are in school, whether senior secondary school, junior secondary school. So our content is specifically targeted to students in schools. However, in the future, we would also explore those options to include more demographics as well.
Okay. Chiamaka, you spoke about emotional intelligence as one of your key takeaways, right?
Yeah.
What are the others?
Okay, one thing I'll call them teachers or instructors hammered on us was the fact that we should be grounded with soft skills. One of the soft skills was etiquette. That's what your manner says about you. How do you conduct yourself? You understand? So yes, etiquette, and there was also a sort of competition they had before we closed, and that was one of the topics my group chose was positioning the girl child for entrepreneurship and leadership. So I learned some key qualities that a female entrepreneur should have to be able to be successful in the world today.
How has that changed you since, before you went, you were in a particular way, as you said, you were not emotionally intelligent. That's just an example. How has that changed you? What's been the response or reaction of mom and dad since you go back?
Okay. Recently this summer, my friend and I decided to start a chin-chin business, right? And that's sort of...
Pause. How old are you?
I'm 15.
And you have started chin-chin business?
Yes.
It's okay.
So, drawing from the lessons we learned, because we both attended the Lead Camp 2023, drawing from the lessons we learned on entrepreneurship, we're being to, try to, put that into practice. That's talking of qualities like integrity, keeping to time. Now, punctuality was something it wasn't part of the topics given, but then it's something we learned in the sense that the program is ending by 9. We have to be there before 9. So that taught me punctuality, taught me how to be disciplined, how to do things on time management. Yeah.
So when you got home and you now started doing things on time, mommy was shocked.
Yes. But she was proud, at least. She was like, right, this program is actually very nice because it has taught me something.
So mommy has stopped shouting. Long and short.
Yeah.
How about your siblings?
Actually, my siblings are in school.
Okay.
University, so.
Okay. So you are home alone?
Yeah.
Thank God. Union Bank has... you talked about the importance of gender enablement for for your organization. And you've said that, you know, SDG 5, you know, is the important one for you.
It's one of the important ones.
One of the important ones. Why did you choose SDG 5 as one of the important ones out of 17?
Okay, so...
Because I know you don't only have female customers.
Yes, of course. So, you know, all over the world, women and girls make up about 50% of the population. I mean, that's like almost half of the population, and I think that number alone is enough to focus on women and girls. And, you know, we believe that training girls from a young age, empowered girls grow up to be high-achieving women, which is also important for the overall national development of the country. So by focusing on initiatives that sort of impact these young girls, we are able to see them grow into high-achieving leaders, and then that's also benefits the entire country. So I think that's one of the reasons why we focus on gender SDG 5 to promote gender equality.
What are some of those other initiatives of your organization aimed at promoting gender equality?
Okay, so we have, first of all, we have like a dedicated female proposition called Alpha. Alpha is our way of helping our female customers. Like you said, we don't have just female customers, but for these women, we know that it is sort of difficult to access funding. Any female business owner can tell you that they face a number of challenges with accessing funding, loans from the bank. So through Alpha, we're able to provide low intervention funding. We're able to provide low-cost business loans for them to help them, you know, grow their business. We're also able to provide trainings and mentorship opportunities. So that's one of the ways we impact women. And we also partner with social impact organizations like JAN, Junior Achievement in Nigeria, to implement Lead Camp, and that is targeted at young girls. We are also a member of the IFC NJX, that's the International Finance Corporation, through which we're able to get developmental loans from abroad to help implement it locally in Nigeria. And we are a signatory to the Women Economic Principles. Recently, we won 2 awards from IFC as part of our recognition in promoting gender equality. One of them is the Gender Leader Awards, and the other one is the awards that they recognize that we are able to push gender equality across the nation. So, yeah.
Well, I didn't ask you for the award, so you're gonna pay specially for that one. But let me come back to you, Kilali. Now, tell us about the target audience again. You spoke about it the other time. How would you describe them before and after the program? So,
before the program, through the years that we've seen, like the beneficiaries and participants of Lead Camp, before the program, they usually come in. They might not know a lot of things about etiquette. They might not know a lot of things about, you know, emotional intelligence, like Chimaka mentioned.
You are answering the program, yes. Well, speak to us as someone who interfaces with them. You can maybe cite example of one or two of them that they're almost always all over the place when they get in. And what's the transformation that you see when they're done?
When they get in, they're usually quite reserved or quite shy, right? Some of
young
them,
people,
yes,
shy.
So, yeah, you'll be shocked about how many shy, and you know they'll be a little quiet and they'll be like in the corner. They won't really interact as much at the start of the program, and then you see them at the end of the program when they go through their presentations. And the person that was in the back that was really shy and didn't want to speak is now speaking on behalf of their group for their presentations. So you really see like a personal transformation of, you know, they see other women that they would look up to, whether the panelists or the facilitators in their sessions, and they are inspired to also gain that confidence. So we see an increase in their public speaking abilities. We see their increase of like Chimaka mentioned, emotional intelligence, and we also see them and follow them through their journey. Over the years, we've had so many alumni that are making waves in the economy, in the political space. One of our most notable alumni is Nkechi Eze Balogun, who's the founder of Ashwebi Bella, and we also have Oduwalinka Osoloye, who is the youth advisor at IREX, and many more amazing women who have come out of this program and are leaders today, whether they're leaders after years of the program or even leaders at their age in secondary school.
Is there a message for parents from Jan about this? Because sometimes, you know, there are some people who believe that it will seem like parents push the responsibility of parenting to teachers. From your own experience and from interfacing with these children over the past 9 years, is there a role, is there something parents need to know about their children? Because most of the time, these young people, they say they don't understand them.
Well, I would say that with programs like Lead Camp and Over G programs, we unlock the potential in children, right? This, they have it in them, the confidence they have it in them, the skills they have it in them. So it's just for us to encourage them. And it's not just us at Junior Achievement Nigeria. We have partners like Union Bank who have been supporting us for years. We have other implementing partners. We have the schools as well. It's all, the saying, it takes a village to raise a child.
Okay.
And so it's all of us trying to unlock these potentials. But all of these qualities are already in those young girls.
Okay. Right. Chiamaka, what do you want to say to people your age who should also be part of this program?
Okay, I'd say we should know our worth as girls, right? And then we should try as much as possible to get mentors, someone to guide us, someone to lead us through, right? And I know we try to make ourselves as confusing or difficult to parents or teachers, but we're really simple. We just need a listening ear. And that listening ear can come in form of parents, teachers, or Junior Achievement Nigeria, most of the mentors who came to participate with us. So yeah, that's it.
So, in other words, getting your attention doesn't require a cane.
Yes.
Okay. Chiamaka Moses, 2023 Lead Camp participant, thank you for your time this morning. Thank you also to Jennifer Ubo, who is Lead External Communications Union Bank. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having
as well as Kilali David West, Programs Officer, Junior Achievement Nigeria. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
And all the best with what you do.
Thank you so much.
All right. Time to teach you how to allow your body to heal by itself. We'll be right back.